Let's explain everyone, Adam, what is a comfort food? How would you define comfort food?
I think it's the food that you crave and you can eat whenever. It's like a food that makes you feel very comfortable.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another I can't wait to have that food again episode. We are the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
Thanks for joining us for another round. If you are subscribed to the channel, then you're probably watching. You're a fan. Thank you so much for the support of just hitting that like button. It really makes our hearts warm. So thank you so much. Me and Adam, living in Japan for about 10 years, we talk about what's on our mind in full English conversation. If it's something that you are interested in, definitely subscribe to this channel. Today, we are going to talk about comfort foods.
Oh, I could eat that right now.
Now, this is a very, very deep topic. It's going to become deep. You know why? Because, not only in Japan, there's pretty much food everywhere. There's food on so many different types of TV shows. It's on like variety style news programs. There's food fighters. Everyone loves food. So many different ways to talk about food. There's terms that have come from Japan that have made their ways overseas, like umami. I still don't know what that is. It just means that it's good or it's like a rich in flavor. So can't we just say rich in flavor and we're going to say umami?
We need the umami.
But comfort food, now this is something that everyone has, especially if you are someone who has left your home country and you live in a new country where there's different cuisines, different background of culture that is, merged and just fused within the country, of course. Let's explain, everyone, Adam, what is a comfort food? How would you define comfort food?
I think it's the food that you crave and you can eat whenever. It's like a food that makes you feel very comfortable. Comfort food.
Hence the name, comfort food. Yeah, comfort definitely. Food. I see it as like something that brings you back to your country, pretty much.
Your country?
I see it definitely as, at least for me personally, I see it as something that gives you a connection of being back home.
Right.
Now, that's not the case all the time. I definitely see it as something where maybe you're stressed out in a certain situation and you find yourself like enjoying one kind of style of food or something. And then that could be your comfort food because it gives you comfort. It relaxes you. This could be a downward kind of spiral into gaining some weight. So we all got to be careful about, if it's something that helps you kind of relieve stress. But, living in Japan for so long, it's like, I think of some stuff that I cannot get in Japan that I only have when I go back to the US, something that I grew up with. And that would be like a comfort food. It's like, oh man. But the one that hits the mark every time, I think like everyone's answer is mom's home cooking. Could that be a comfort food? It has to be.
I think yes, but also I think no, because I feel like a comfort food is something that you should be able to prepare for yourself.
Ooh.
Like if you were having a bad day, and you're just like, this is the only food that can get me out of the bad day mode. And I have to make it right now. Like that kind of food, I would feel is a comfort.
Whoa, that's very interesting because I see it as like, I would never be able to make it.
Okay.
It's like something that I grew up with in some way, or like there's a certain kind of like a deli around the corner that I always went to. And it's like that flavor, they have it. And like, you can't get it anywhere else. So interesting. We have two different takes,
right? Yeah,
but a little similar in ways where it just gives you comfort, right?
Yeah.
So let's jump on it. Answer the question, Adam. What is your comfort foods?
I'm gonna say 3 different ones. The first one is it's really simple, but it's a food that I haven't been able to eat for a while because even in Japan they do have this food. It's cornflakes.
Cereal.
Just simple, but not just cereal. It's like cornflakes. You can sponsor me, Kellogg's, if you want to. Since I was like 4 years old, I've been eating cornflakes. Before I could speak, I was eating cornflakes. I used to add sugar in it a lot of the time, and I used to warm it up a little bit so there's little crunchy cornflakes around the top, and then you mix it, and the milk at the bottom is cooler.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you add sugar to it? Why don't you just get Frosted Flakes?
Because the Frosted Flake sugar is different than just regular sugar. And I
you
feel
want that
like
crunch and grit.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. When you have a bowl,
that's texture.
You have a bowl of cornflakes, and then you have the sugar, and it sinks to the bottom. Then you start mixing it, and it makes a sound. And once the sound's gone, then you know like it's mixed. But I used to heat it up just perfectly, so the milk is like lukewarm, and there's still some crunchy flakes and some salt. Like I guess that's why it's comfort food, because when I eat it, I could eat it any time of the day.
Yeah.
And usually if I don't want to make anything, like I'll make a grilled cheese sandwich, but that takes time. I'm like, no, I'm going to have cornflakes. But I
wonder if like just listening to the sound of you mixing it, like if you were to hear someone else do that, mixing like the sugar and milk, like would that put you in a happy place?
And eating it like some ASMR, like cornflakes, maybe or maybe not. It could have negative effects. It could make me want it even more.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay, that's a big one.
That's a huge one.
So that's your first one.
I'm gonna go simple with the next other two because they're not that difficult to make. One is corned beef and rice. When there's nothing else to eat, you get a can of corned beef. You get some rice, you fry the corned beef in a frying pan, mix some onions in there. If you like corn, you can put corn in there. For me, I like ketchup, so I put ketchup on top of that. Delicious. And the last one is just pasta. I think I've honed my bolognese to a point where like if I don't have that specific particular sauce, it's not pasta bolognese to me.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway.
All right.
How about you?
So that's 3.
Where do you lie?
Dude, man, the biggest one that I always go back to here in Japan, thinking about it, I'm like, oh man, I just wish I had a nice deli sandwich or like a hot sandwich. Like, and that is something I didn't really think about it being so special until I came to Japan. And like, I talked with other people from different parts of the US, and like, they don't really care for that. And I was like, what? Like, how can you not like delis? And then someone pointed out, it's like, dude, MJ, where you grew up, like in the Northeast near New York and stuff, like delis are such a specific thing for that area. The styling of it, like just when I walk into a deli, I'm just like, this is the greatest. This is so good. Like, you know, reminiscing of when I was a kid and my parents bringing me to delis to get sandwiches and whatnot. That's the biggest one, dude. That's like the number one. And then I can go off and I could say pizza, New York style pizza is definitely something that you can't get. There is one location, Slice. What was it called? Slice? Pizza Slice
in Shibuya. Yeah.
That we've been to before, and they do it right. And the last one, I'm going to say alfajore, which is a kind of dessert from Peru. And again, it goes back to, you know, having these memories as a child, going with my family to Peru and having this style of dessert. And it's a small little like size of a silver dollar or something. Then there's caramel style, like milky cream inside, covered in confectionery sugar. And like when I would go to Peru, we'd always have that. So if I'm able to get that outside of Peru, I'm just like, oh, this is the best. Like, oh my gosh, just smile from ear to ear. Oh man, dude, This has been like I said, is going to get deep. There's a lot of personal connections to food that everybody has. And it's really interesting to think about, because it's like food. Some people will think just whatever, food is food. You just use it to keep on surviving. For some people, it's a very important thing that can make you just feel good and lighten up your day.
Bring back memories.
So that's it for this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Me and Adam were talking about comfort foods. Like the video if you got some value out of it, if you enjoyed it, maybe we helped you laugh a little bit. Maybe we're your comfort video YouTubers. Hey, who knows? Let us know in the comments down below. What is your comfort food? Think about it. Like if you were to live outside of Japan for a long period of time, what is something that you would want to eat that you probably wouldn't find outside of Japan. Let us know.
And if you want to let us know on a different channel, we got 4 different SNS channels: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and where we spend most of our time is Instagram. So check us out on one of those channels. Say hello. Tell us your comfort food.
That is it. We'll see you on the next step.